So I went and pre-cut both my side pieces. I measured my distances. I cut the hatch relief cut off camera because it's pretty easy. Just mark where you're gonna go. I have noticed though, with cutting the 1/8 aluminum rather than the 080, it takes a lot longer to cut through with a skill saw. So just go slower and it doesn't bind up. Went and drilled just 2 holes on each piece of metal and countersunk them so that way I can screw them up and hold them in place. So that way I can get the trim in place and not have it wandering around on me. So I got both sides of the hinge mounted. It was pretty easy. I just trimmed on the underside of the hurricane hinge so that way again water can spill off and not creep its way back in, because it will. Nice part is got it back working again. Reinstalled the gas strap, and yeah, nothing breaks when I lift it open. Still probably gonna change this tank out to a smaller tank because I do not need 50 gallons of water. It's nice to have 50 gallons of water, but I don't need it. Right now though, I am working on the bottom trim. That goes along the length of the bottom. So I got it cut out. It's kind of hard to work with a 20-foot piece of flat bar. Feels like a wet spaghetti noodle. But drilling all my holes, marked them out. So I'm going to drill them, taper them so that way they're countersunk, and then I could screw in this. That way it keeps this from moving. I can throw some silicone behind where the seam is so they keep the water out. I'm probably going to throw a screw right here just to keep that pushed in. So when I do mount the flat bar on here, it really sits flush. It's actually starting to look like something. Oh, the trailer is finished-ish. A couple minor things left to do, but rebuilt the back hatch. Don't have video of it because it was just too much of me trying to learn how to do aluminum welding. That is easier not to video. But there's a couple small things, like I need to reconfigure this hinge some more, or the struts, because they don't want to stay open without a piece of wood holding them shut. But I had to go hunting, so block of wood helps for now. But all the water runs off perfectly here. You can see in the dust where it's been draining. Weather stripping is holding up excellent. I propped this open so that way I can get air for my heater. I'm eventually going to put a louver system, some way of opening a vent so air can get in for the heater. But for now that works. But lights are all working. But the best part is, other than water dripping in when I just open it up there, there's no water anymore getting in. It is wonderful. A little bit of moisture collecting here just from the humidity, but the weather stripping is doing its job. I had a little bit of a, so I cut it open there. But been out here for 12 days now, and I haven't had any moisture get in, and we've had rainstorms, hailstorms, and snowstorms. Still gotta hook up the propane again, but we got plenty of other stoves, so that wasn't a major priority. So I'm not cooking here right now, it's more just a storage area. But it closes nice. Latches work good. We get a nice seal. No dust got in here on the road. Windows are holding up nice, and the front hatch as well. All the water comes down. I still gotta cut a piece of aluminum here. Water's dripping in and getting back in, but once I cut the aluminum, it'll drip off and down. Problem is there's water pooling here that is getting seeped back up, but we will solve that issue. The diesel heater filter broke on it, the plastic cheapo filter, so I got to put a metal one on there. So I got it enough so that it works for when it's cold out, but before I head back home I'm going to drain the tank so I don't get fuel everywhere. All in all, it's holding up wonderful. The 1/8 checker plate is doing its job. Still gotta remount the propane tank, and I gotta cut one piece of brass hose, put it back through, but it's another day. I'm out here enjoying. Inside is still the same. Definitely got to build some cabinets there, because stacking hunting clothes up and etc. gets frustrating. But having the fan is nice. I can just quickly open the vent right from bed, and it gets some real good suction. So much so you have to open a window if you're using the fan. This thing is sealed up too well. Sleeping here for 10 nights so far. It's dropped down to, I want to say -5 some of these nights, degrees Celsius. And this little heater works amazing. So I thought it automatically holds your temperature, but that's actually the speed the pump runs. So I found out in settings there's 2 timers on this thing. One is to turn it on and one's to turn it off. So what I've been doing is just setting the timer to come on at 2:30 in the morning for 20 minutes. More like 5, because that heater is too powerful for this trailer. It's hot. It cooks you right out. You end up having to open a door. But might build a shelf up here still, because your head, I got quite a bit of room here, but it would be nice to have some more storage space and some cabinets there as well. The height with the window there, I think, would be plenty good. Yeah, maybe a spot for a television or an iPad mount or something, but other than that, I've been quite happy with the trailer here. But been having multiple days of getting up at 4:30 in the morning. It's time for a nap. Thanks for watching the build process so far. I'm really happy with how the trailer turned out. Catch you on the next project.